First, I want to let everybody introduce themselves, give you your name, who you work for, what do you do, and then what does compliance mean to you and the things that you do. So I'll let everybody introduce themselves.
How's everyone doing? My name is Chris Tinker. I'm a CPA. I have my own CPA firm located in Washington, D.C. area. I am a tax accountant, and I work with helping people with tax intervention, IRS notices, keeping people in compliances with over 25 years experience.
What does compliance mean to you, and in terms of what do you do?
And compliance mean to me personally is keeping everyone out of trouble, keeping the IRS off their back, and stopping them from getting liens and levies, and making sure that they can operate in the business world.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you.
I am Professor Del Wright. I've been a professor probably for about 12 years now. Before that, I defended, let's just say, very, very, very rich people in very, very complicated tax structures. Before that, I locked up very, very rich people for cheating the government in tax at DOJ. Before that, I created those, let's say, complicated tax shelters of the 90s, and before that, I was an investment banker and a lawyer at Skadden Arps here in DC. I have 4 jobs. I'm a referee, that's one I'm most proud of. I am a tax lawyer. I have clients, a lot of crypto clients. I'm a professor, and I'm an author. I wrote one book called The Short and Happy Guide to Bitcoin, Blockchain, and Crypto. And for all the lawyers in here, there's a series called the Nutshell series that explains every area of law. I was punished for my first book by my publisher, and they made me write the Nutshell, which will hopefully be out in early next year, assuming the government doesn't start changing regulations again.
I can. Thank you.
All right. Well, I think it's deeply unfair that I have to go last because I have not written any books and I only have one job. I'm a partner at Perkins Coie. I work with Dax and the team there. I'm an emerging companies lawyer representing almost exclusively enterprises and venture capital firms. I'm the co-chair of our emerging companies and venture capital group. What does compliance mean to me? I think there's the staying out of trouble part, which is interesting, but anybody that's worked with emerging companies knows that all emerging companies have one problem in common, which is they are running out of money. And so one of the fundamental things that we do as attorneys is make sure that the companies, when you find an investor and or a group of investors, and it's sort of time to disclose all of the skeletons in the closet, as it were, in order to support the financing, that you are best prepared to do that. And so that's kind of where I come in terms of compliance.
Awesome, thank you. So since it was unfair to make you last with introductions, I'll give you the first question. So you have mentioned that you were in VC. We have lots of business owners in here that are into cryptocurrency and blockchain and things of that nature. What are some things that you look for when you're saying, hey, I can put up this type of money or I can introduce you to this person? What are some things you're looking for so that the people in here can work towards those goals?
Yeah, sure. So, on the specifically with reference to the tax compliance side, it's just like a level of sophistication around, what it is. Going back to 2014, the IRS sort of decided that they were going to, treat, blockchain and other digital assets like property and not currency, right? So that just is a fundamental difference in terms of the, the way that you treat it. And so to make sure that people are at least sort of grounded in the basics, I think is really helpful, because starting from zero is tough.
Definitely. Okay, and the next one is going to be for Chris. So I'm a CPA as well. I'm a cryptocurrency accountant as well. So that can mean a lot of different things for different people. So in the crypto space, are you doing individual taxes, business taxes? Are you, what is your role so that I can grill you a little bit?
Right, so my area of specialty is like small business owners, maybe in the crypto space, 5 million and below.
Okay.
And individuals, closely held companies, and helping them keep track, organize, like the brother mentioned earlier, let them know that there is a reporting requirement if there are sales and transactions being taken place. A lot of people think there's not because they didn't officially receive anything in the mail, but you still have a requirement to, pay the capital gains tax on any type of profits or losses that you have.
Awesome. So for some of those, your tax clients that are small business owners, there is this ideology that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is anonymous. And if you're making money in the crypto space, you don't have to pay taxes or file it. What are your views on people who think like this or small business owners who think like this?
Well, it's about education. So I tell all my clients, you could think that way, but once you convert something to cash, you're initiating that record into your bank account where it is 400,000 come from. And that's going to be ultimately, if you ever got audited or in trouble with the Internal Revenue Service, that's going to be the spark to say, hey, where's this additional funds coming from? Where does this, where did this happen? What initiated this? So you have to, I kind of always educate my clients on, once something is converted to cash, it's going to leave a record that has to be explained.
Yeah. How are they feeling that now that, I know on the 1120 now they're talking about you have to disclose if you're in the crypto space. Have you dealt with any clients that are giving you pushback on this?
So most of my clients, we do it. I ask the question, and if they say yes, we do check the box and let them know. Not only on 1120, but also on individual 1040 returns, you have to state that also.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, and then for Professor Wright, so we are at a college, a university. My question to you is, how do we get some of these younger people, some of these students more involved, more energized to get in this space? Because there are, like you said, you've been dealing with rich people on both sides. There's a lot of money in this space, but I feel as though it's not being pushed. So how do you motivate younger people to get involved in this space?
You're right, it's a lot about education, and I teach a crypto course, and it's mostly, it's all primarily law students, but for them to just understand the space and the opportunity there, it really opens their eyes, because if you think about how much wealth was created during the boom, and we've had boom, bust, boom, bust, boom, bust, long bust right now, but there's so much opportunity in this space, and there's opportunity for financial professionals to advise clients on things. You talked about compliance, and I forgot about the compliance part. I am of the generation of when I'm the type of lawyer says, here's the line, push up to it, don't cross it, right? And that's the way I advise clients. I tell them where the line is, and I tell them you do not want to do this. Right? And help them understand. And one of the things, and I found this particularly with smaller businesses, and especially in the Black community, they come with a let's get around the rule mentality. And I'm like, no, you don't have to get around the rule. There's a way to do it right without getting around the rule. For example, I was just talking to somebody, I was talking to my friend recently, and I said, look, one of the ways rich people keep money is they have highly appreciated assets and they borrow against them instead of selling them. It's an easy way. It is there's no tax due if you have $1 million position and you borrow $700,000 and you let it roll forever. You just have $700,000 in your pocket. Yeah, you have to pay the interest, but probably your asset is going to go up in value. And if you're really smart about it, you're going to buy options that are going to lock the value in so that you never have to do that until you die and you get a step up in basis and you give it to your kids tax-free. That's the game. Learn how to play the game.
Y'all, if y'all didn't catch that, that was a lot of game right there. Like, y'all don't realize what he could have saved you 20 to 30 to 40% of your income just with that gem right there. So make sure that y'all take notice of that. And I know they've let me know that time is running out. But I had another question I want all three of you to answer within like a short period of time. In your industry and in the tax compliance sector, where do you see cryptocurrency and so for instance, let me give you a background. So FASB, which is the Financial Accounting Standards Board, they just came out with an update with how corporations are going to be doing accounting. We also have the IRS. They just came out with stuff saying how staking is going to be done. And you have the SEC trying to sue everybody, saying that it's securities. So there's a lot going on right now in the legal world, regulatory world. From your guys' perspectives, where do you see things going in the next 5 years? I'll start with Trey.
Well, I just think in the short term, you know, the SEC regs, I mean, we're still in the comment period, and they were inviting people to make comments. So that runs through, I think, the end of October, and then so I mean, I think, you know, I just encourage people, if you've looked at the regs and you have comments, to submit them and get involved. I think that's where the action is going to be. Actually, is around the taxation of it.
Okay, thank you. And then the last two.
Briefly, I'll just say, for a lot of some of my clients, and I have some fairly big DeFi clients, Europe, because the SEC in the U.S. doesn't know what they're doing in crypto regulation. They're making it a lot harder for U.S.-based entities to do anything. Europe is at least creating a playing field for crypto that says you can be a regulated company. Here are the rules. There might not be the greatest rules in the world, but you are regulated, you have a set of rules, it's an option. And so that is something, until the US gets its act together, if you are a fairly, you know, medium-sized, big-sized, really look at Europe. And, you know, feel free to send your lawyer over there to visit, like, you know, southern Spain for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And last but not least.
I'm just going to say real quick that, you know, crypto's here to stay. As the United States works out the different regulations and get this right with the big cases that they have been having with the SEC, we just want to stay on top of compliance and make sure that the individual can receive the benefit and not get in any type of harm's way.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming on. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. There was a lot of gems up there. Make sure you guys network with these individuals because they have a lot to offer. So thank you.